going to put the live chat on, and I am going to put some creamer into my coffee, and then we're going to get into this because I forgot to put creamer into my coffee before we started speaking. So, that's no good. I can drink black coffee, but no one likes black coffee. You cannot convince me otherwise. Almost spilt, but perfection. Alright. Hello everybody. So, I know it says we're just going to do tattooing, but that's never just the plan here. We never just do one thing because I'm spastic. That's just all it is I'm spastic, and this is my only time to do stuff. Hello, how are you doing? Hello from New Mexico. I hope it is warm there because right now it is kind of chilly up here and I am just waiting for winter to be over because I'm sick of winter. So, if y'all follow me on TikTok, y'all will know that Hawk has stopped producing milk and her babies are only 2 weeks old. Not my idea of fun, but it's okay because we have two who is producing milk, right? That should be fine, except for the number of kits we have here. We did get a little rain too, that was nice. I want some warmth. But I have to feed 11 kits. But, y'all know, obligatory lucky moment. Look at my champagne d'argent. Look at it. Hello, Barb's Country Home. How are you doing? I'm getting ready to bottle feed some babies, but in order to bottle feed them, I have to weigh them. The joys, like, don't get me wrong, I love babies. Sometimes I like feeding babies, but most of the time I don't like feeding babies. So I'm gonna pull them all out of the container, and I wanna get this done before I get the tattooing done so that I can get them back out to mama. And I wanna do that before it like gets dark because I don't wanna be wandering around in the dark with a bunch of baby bunnies. And you know what's really funny, y'all? These guys are a day or so apart. Look at the size difference. Standard Rex, Californians. Even, like, Lucky isn't that much of a difference. Champagnes versus Rex. But still, I think it's so funny how fat the Californians get. They are chunky. Even with Hawk running out of milk. Alright. And then I have my notes and everything so we can take weights. Okay. Oh, y'all, look at this new scale I got. So I've been looking for a rabbit scale for like ever. Look at it, it's so cute! So the rabbit scales I've been looking at, which are almost exactly like this, only they don't have the cute little food items, are like $60 to $80, right? Guess how much I got this at the farmer's market today? Take a guess, take a guess, take a guess. $13 for a brand new scale. But it's okay. I'm very excited about it. So with the tub and the scale being slightly off, it is 1 pound. So for whatever these guys weigh, we're going to subtract a pound from it, and that is what they weigh on empty bellies. Super cute, 13, wow. Yes, I know, right? So altogether, these babies weigh, what is that, 4 pounds? So altogether, these babies weigh 3 pounds because we need to subtract a pound for the off scale and then the Tupperware container. So we're sitting at 3 pounds. Hopefully, once we get all these babies fed, there'll be even more. So who wants to watch me spill milk? Because that's always what happens. So I need to write down that both litters, right, both litters are 3 pounds. Hello, Little Rich Farm. How are you doing? We are getting ready to bottle feed baby bunnies. I just needed to get some weights in. I am going to do tattooing tonight. I promise we are getting to that fairly soon. I just have to feed some baby bunnies, and I also have to snip a new nipple. There we go. It's a snippy nippy. A snippy nippy. What is wrong with me? A lot of things. The coffee is hot, but it's okay. I'm not ooh, that's wet. Would you guys stop peeing in there? We don't need wet babies. Come out. Sit on the towel, babies. Guys, look at this castor. I normally hate castors, but look how gorgeous. All right, y'all. Why do we have to pee in our container? It's not cute. Finally getting settled down and relaxing for a bit. Been busy as always. Running a farm of any kind, just it's busy nonsense. It's just busy nonsense. Oh, spicy. Y'all, I know it's not right, the name I have come up for with this one kit, but y'all have to understand it's funny. This is my French whore. Look at her, she has little beauty marks. It's horrible. I know. Bad names. It's a bad name. It's not a good name. It's not cute. It's not funny, but it is kind of cute and funny. She has those little beauty marks, and it's adorable. I'm just putting these guys back in their container so that I know who I'm feeding and who I'm not feeding, and then also cleaning the pee out of that container so we don't have any wet kits tonight, because it is supposed to drop down into the 40s, and we don't like wet kits. It's my favorite one out of the litter, and it's not to standard. It's just cute. I love the little beauty marks. All right. And that's why we also have wet wipes readily available. Y'all, I have my tattoo kit ready. I have my first aid kit ready. Everything is set up and ready to go. I don't even have the animals yet. It's the buildings from scratch projects along with all the other work to stay alive. No, I got you. I totally get that. It's crazy. It's not fun. I totally understand. But just think about it. Soon you will have the animals, and soon you'll have even more work to do. That's supposed to be comforting, and it's not. All right, so for any of you who have watched me make baby formula before, it is milk, kitten milk, sucrose of the syrupy kind. I didn't add the tablets this time because they still are getting milk from a mom, so they still are getting the probiotic properties. I did lose my funnel, so we're gonna do this the fun way. Love you too, Ricky Roo. We're gonna do this the fun way. How much of this am I going to spill? Ah, look at that. Mastery of the finest work of pouring freaking milk. Hello, John, how are you doing? We are getting ready to bottle feed baby bunnies because Hawk is a lazy freeloader who decided she doesn't need to feed her babies anymore at 2 weeks. I'm going to shame Hawk for the rest of time. Strike 1 for Hawk. Actually, this might be strike 2. Yeah, this is strike 2 for Hawk, because she had her babies on the wire and they died. And now she stopped producing at 2, ooh, look, that was nearly perfect, the amount of milk I made. Ha 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 ha. And now she stopped producing at 2 weeks with a different litter. Came over from Barb's Country Home. Awesome! I love Barb's Country Home. They are awesome. I have 3 puppies in the house. New sub. Thank you so much for subbing. It's a lot of bunny talk here. Sometimes I show quail. Sometimes I talk about my horses, but mostly it's just bunny talk. And not the kind of bunny talk from TikTok. It's like the other kind of bunny talk. Like I talk about bunnies. Oh, come on, Bubba. I know, but you're so small. Let's take the nipple. Just take it. I'm not sure if these guys will take this nipple or the smaller one. I just want them to get a little bit of supplementation because it's already a large litter for 2. Last time 2 only had 6. This time she actually had 9. She lost 1 and we are down to 8. So the idea is just to get something in everybody's bellies because I don't, she's only producing for 8 and I just added 3. There. Is that good? There. Oh, we don't like that yet? No. We like it, but we don't like the nipple? No. Feeding babies this small is both fun, but also annoying. I'm gonna go get a different nipple. I got it. Thor, Kiwi, knock it off. I have puppies in the house. Yes, they are so little. They just started opening their eyes. They're 2 weeks. They aren't leaving the nest yet. The smaller ones aren't. The Californians have already started leaving their nest. Like I said, I am grabbing a new nipple. I am grabbing the smallest of the small nipples because sometimes we just have to adapt and overcome. Smaller nipple. It's more pointy. Hopefully it works a little better because I need to get these guys fed faster. and they're not or this one isn't liking this nipple, and I don't know this litter very well. If y'all were here last year, when I first started my YouTube channel, I had an entire litter of true bottle babies that I was panicking about. Gigi's litter, when Sally died, and sheer and utter panic. This time it's just annoying. I'm probably gonna have to snip the top off of that. Baby bunnies don't like normal nipples, they like fast flow nipples because they're so used to eating so fast with mom. So, let's see, is that on right? Yeah, that's on right. Let's try this again. By the way, if you are new to this channel in any kind of way, you know that my lives are chaotic. Sometimes good chaotic, sometimes bad chaotic. Just chaotic in general. But that's just kind of how we roll here. Are we gonna get that? Are we gonna come out? Still not coming out? No. I gotta snippy this down and it doesn't want to snippy. There's a snippy. That's better. Gross. Alright, let's try again. You are my test dummy, I'm sorry. You are my test dummy. You're beautiful. I love how full the markings are on this one. I just got hit in the face with milk. A little chaotic. Just a little chaotic. Come on, Mother. We like the milk, it's just we don't know how to deal with the nipple. We have an Amazon parrot named Chico. if you look in the back right there, that is Rick and Samantha. I love parrots. Yeah, Baba. Oh, we like the milk, we just don't like the nipple. Hold still. I know. We don't know what to do with that yet. Here. I had some babies at one point in time, they wouldn't take out from a nipple, but they would take it out of a bowl. They were a little older than these ones are. They were closer to 4 weeks. I don't get true bottle babies very often. I normally just get supplemental bottle babies. Come here, baby. True bottle babies are a pain in my butt because we don't even start with a bottle. We start with a syringe. And there have been times when we've gone full feeding tube. I prefer not having itty bitty newborns for that reason, because they're so small and the way baby bunnies feed is so rambunctious and just not fun. And I'm not hurting him here, I'm just holding his head so he can actually drink. Yes. All right, one and done. Now, let's see if the Californian in true Californian fashion is going to be a pig. Is it going to be a pig? Yeah, you're a pig. Look at that piggy. Oh, he's eating so good. Good baby. Let's try again. Oh, look, you like that? Yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, you's a piggy. You're such a piggy. That's better. That's what you want from a bottle baby. Ouch, that's my finger. There, that's the nipple, Bubba. Say, when it comes to bottle babies, you want them to latch on like that as instantaneously as possible and take the milk. I learned something, and I'm going to make a video on this about Californians from a Californian breeder in my rabbit group. Apparently, if you want nice dark markings on your Californian, you put them in cold weather. Right? It's so cool. So the cold, like if you keep them around 6, you are very patient. I try to be, just because sometimes it's what it takes because, oh, I'm sorry, I just sprayed you a little too hard in the face. You wanna try that again? Yes, so if you take these babies and you put them in 60 degree, that's not a nipple, this is a nipple. 60-degree weather, it helps darken their markings. I thought it was 100% genetic, but apparently there's a trick, and I want to see if it's true or not because I don't know Californians very well. In fact, I don't know Californians at all to the point, well, I know them theoretically. I don't know them as a breed. With that being said, your belly is full. Let's move on to one of your siblings. With that being said, I was so well versed in Californians, I called them Roo, when apparently they're Himalayan or Californian color type. I just didn't know. So I had a talk with one of my mentors and we went over the color genetics because I've never worked with pointed rabbits before. And by pointed rabbits, I mean rabbits that have markings like this guy does where his ears are darker. And don't you jump out of there. You already had your milk. So I didn't understand the color genetic codings. So I just thought they were roos. They are not roos, which roo, if you don't know, is red-eyed white. So let's see if this one, and again, this is one of those things where I'm not as anal retentive as I would be with a litter that didn't have a mom, where I'd have to measure out every single ml. Oh, is it not me? You gonna hold still? These Rex babies are just heathen monsters. I love it. There we go. You wanna, there. That's a good baby. This is a little broken castor baby. And I don't like those markings. It is a spotted pattern instead of a blanket pattern, which actually is pretty well balanced on the back. If you look at him, he's pretty well balanced. But his face, I'm not liking the way the eyes are looking. His mask is off. His nose actually is pretty cute. Distractions, I digress. This is my first time actually getting like a super good look at this litter and not just like staring in at them and just getting like my daily weights real quick, because I don't want them to get too cold and we're gonna move in and out real quick. All right. There's 2 out of like 11. Let's do another Callie baby. Bye, need to eat supper. Look forward to this. Thank you for stopping by, John. Enjoy your supper and thank you so much for subscribing. Y'all don't fall off the table. All right, who do we have now? Oh, y'all, we have another chinchilla. It's a broken chinchilla, and it's another chocolate chinchilla. Another freaking chocolate chinchilla. If y'all don't know the story behind the chocolate chinchillas, they are a non-showable color variety off of the chinchilla line because they have a, I just got sprayed in the face, because they have a chocolate-based coat and not a black-based coat. They haven't been approved, as far as I know, by the ARBA for showing. I love the chocolate chinchillas. They are gorgeous, but in my lines, they definitely do not darken up. I tried that if you were here. 3 months ago, I had a litter from this mama, and I kept her back to see if she would darken up, and she did not. There we go. No. Let's get you some milkies. There's a baby. There we go. Like I said, some of these guys don't like nipples, or at least not this kind of nipple. And again, I'm just trying to get something in their bellies just to supplement what mom is giving them, because mom is not used to feeding 11 babies all right off the bat, because I just gave her 3 this morning. What do we have next? Let's do another Callie baby. I got a Callie sugar monster. Yes, there's something wrong with me probably. And as I love bunnies. Come here, mama. Oh, you're so feisty. Doesn't help you're like double the size of your siblings, or your new siblings rather. Like I said, we're gonna get to tattooing. I promise we are. It's just I gotta get these guys fed and back out to mama. And then we also have another litter that has nest box eye that we need to work on. If your rabbit is moving their head too much, stabilize them. There we go. Gives them a second to figure out there. That's better. We're actually figuring out the nipple now. Great job, baby. And that was a nice latch. Oh, we lost the latch. It's okay. Feisty. There, that's a latch. And again, we just want some nice full bellies. If I have any milk left over, I'll use it in the morning. I'm sure that's not the right thing to do, but I don't like wasting milk. Hello, little baby. Hello. How are you? All right. That one's done.
I want to sit next to you.
Okay, grab a chair. Yes, they are so cute. Like I said, this little castor baby, y'all, is so dark. Like, the roughest on this one. I am excited to see what it's going to look like as it sheds out the gray on the sides. Because look at him. I'm not sure if it's a girl or a boy yet. If it's a girl, I'm keeping it. How do you get the tattoo ink out of white fur? Hydrogen peroxide. baby with me in here. I'm bottle feeding babies.
I love bottle feeding babies.
I know you like bottle, but this isn't like your litter with Gigi, baby. These guys are brand new to bottle feeding, so they're not good at it yet. Okay? In another couple days, they'll be good at it, and you can feed, okay? You're so excited to feed. Yeah. Isn't that cute? I think this one's my favorite out of the litter so far.
Wait, this one's my favorite one.
You like the little broken castor?
And I also like this one.
You like the California? No.
And that one.
You like, Sydney, do you just like all of the babies?
Yeah.
Legit. That's a good answer. It is good to like all of the babies.
What are these for?
Those are for cleaning the nest box eye out of a couple of babies. Your daughter is adorable. Thank you so much. She is a good kid. You are, sometimes.
It's my cheek.
It's because you're so cute. I could eat you up.
No.
Like a hamster.
No. Where?
Would you guys knock that off? You're not allowed coming out yet. We have a lot of baby bunnies that we need to...
Can I hold down when you're done feeding it?
And just make sure you can't drop it, okay? Because Thor and Balto are under our feet. And we don't need any mishaps, okay?
I promise.
Okay.
I'm good at holding babies.
I know you're good at holding bunnies. There we go. That's better. Waiting for that first latch is a bit of an annoyance, but it's okay. Alright. We're almost done, y'all. And for all of my, that one's my favorite. This little black one, or black and white one, it is very cute. Here, do not drop. There you go. And for those of you who are here for Lucky and Lucky only, you'll get Mr. Luckykins. He is doing so good. I had to go put my chickens up, but I'll be right back. Good luck getting all of your chickens to bed. Mine like to hide in trees.
Take him.
Take him? Okay. Good catch. Thank you for telling me.
Peed on me.
He peed on you? Oops. It's okay. You want to go change your shirt?
I don't want to.
Okay, don't. All right. Mr. Lucky is full of spit and fire, but has a good latch. I was so worried about Lucky, y'all, with Hawk's milk going out. As you know, this is my only champagne baby. You want more? It's really cool how the champagnes color out. They turn almost white. They're like a lighter version. Are you just, yes, I'm just supplementing. If I was at, Rick, if I was at, you wanna go give Rick a treat ball? They're on top of the fireplace. If I was actually, like giving them food for sustainability because something happened to Mom, I would be more anal retentive. Yes, this is Lucky. I would be more anal retentive about how much each got. Right now, I just want to supplement up because I just put 3 in with 2, like 3 extra babies. And I want her milk to be able to catch up without any of the babies suffering tonight because it's going to be about 40 degrees and they need that energy. But yes, for those of you who are curious, this is Mr. Lucky. He's turning into a chunky butt.
I would want the wipey.
You need a wipey? Yeah, of course, baby.
If I'm not changing, we gotta do something.
That's okay. So after this, we're going to go out into the barn for a little bit. I'll take y'all with me on that adventure. Here we go. Good job, Lucky. Rick, if you don't go quiet, you're going to go into timeouts.
No, I can get a treat with Gigi on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite out of the litter. Like I said, she has little beauty marks. I don't know why I like the little Charlie of the litter, but I like the little Charlie of the litter. The spicy little Charlie. And it's the meanest one in the litter. It's the, like, most jumpin' of jumpin' beans. Like, every time I go in to get weights or I go to check on the babies, this one is just spitfire and freaking nonsense. Like, not the nicest little baby, but also cute.
Are you gonna name it Spitfire?
You want me to name it Spitfire?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty pretty good name. It's better than the name I came up with it. We don't like that. You know where the milk is. You know. Yeah. You want to actually latch, or are you just going to... No? Just little drops at a time? I was just given a free doe. I now know why it was free. I'm guessing the doe had babies. Spitfire wins. I know, right? Great name for it.
I'm not holding that one.
That's okay. You don't need to hold Spitfire. Alright. I think we're down to 2. Yep. So, if y'all are curious on what a chinchilla, like a regular chinchilla, looks like compared to a chocolate chinchilla, oh, mean as can be. Those are even worse. Alright, so this is a regular chinchilla, this is a chocolate chinchilla. If you look at the color differences, this one's more brown, this one's more of a gray color. This is not the appropriate color to SOP, this is appropriate SOP color. Not this time, baby. I know you want to help, and I love when you help, but not this time, okay? Because remember, they're brand new, and they don't know how to... The Rex are really rambunctious tonight. Normally, I'm used to the Californians acting this way, but Californians were hungry, which I understand. Little drips. I say, when we get back out to the barn, I am going to set up a new nesting box because they're at the 2-week mark where things are kind of gross and dirty. There's a good baby. That's a nice latch. Good job. There's a good boy. Not sure if you're a boy or not, but
I hope it's girl.
I hope they're all girls.
Me too.
That'd be great if they were all girls. They're never all girls. They are all boys sometimes, though. Hello, Lucky. Lucky. Alright, last little black and white one. That's all of them after this. They always get excited and happy about the milk, but some of them just don't latch very well. And again, we can always stabilize the head a little better until they figure it out. There we go. That's what I want. I just totally buzzed out on my brain of how to speak. All right, that makes 11 happy little full babies. I'll put them back in the box. I'll walk y'all out to the barn. I can show y'all what I've been working on. I rearranged the barn. I am so proud of myself. There's storage there now. I am more than happy. And y'all, so I went to Tractor Supply the other day, right? And I was there for feed. I was not there to get cage. Oh, I needed 1 cage. And I was there. And there was this there's this pile of broken cage boxes, right? And it wasn't just any cage boxes. They were the kits that had everything in them. So you're talking the cage and the framing and the the feeder and the waterer, right? And normally they're like $50, right? I got them for 30. I got the cost of a kit for the price of a cage. I was so proud of that. I was haggling. I was like, look, these boxes are broken and you don't know if they're damaged inside or not. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna get a weight on these guys real quick. And the manager's like, fine. And
4.
they gained 1.5 pounds from
4.
feeding. Can you go put that in the fridge for me? But yes, so.
Is that 4?
Yes. Well, it's more than 4, baby. But yeah, so we gained 1.5 pounds in the entire litter of feeding. I say that's a good time. Remember, babies only eat 10 to 15 ml per feeding. So most of them got that or more. And I'll do this again in the morning because baby bunnies only eat twice a day. Unless, of course, you are my Californians that sleep in their nesting boxes and then you're just constantly feeding your babies. But in theory, baby bunnies only need to eat twice a day. Oh, there's Spitfire. I want more blanket patterns, and I keep getting these blacks in spot patterns, which is fine as long as they meet the broken pattern rule, but a lot of them don't. And we're gonna take these guys back out. We're gonna get a new nest set up. I'm gonna take y'all with me to the barn. It's still nice and bright outside, and I can just show you around. Now you will see there's a lot of empty cages and there's a lot of rearranging, and that is because my friend moved away and I'm sad. But Cha-cha, let's go, she says. That's my child. Okay, let's take y'all out to the barn real quick so I can go put these babies in their nesting box. And again, I am going to put in a new nesting box. And also, y'all, we should be having mini Rex babies. And not just any mini Rex babies, y'all. I think Strawberry finally did the gosh darn thing. Can you shut the door behind me, baby? You my Balto. I think Strawberry finally did the gosh darn thing. And I think he got both Sadie and Penguin pregnant, because they are doing the I'm pregnant and sick of you flop. So, that is gosh darn excellent, because I was starting to think Strawberry's holding out on us. Like, come on, man. Like, I have bred you how many times? 2 does, and they haven't caught yet. Like, it's like, are you sterile? I hope you're not sterile, because you're the best buck in my barn. And I'm kind of counting on you to improve the shoulder situation in it. Out to the barn we go. Out to the barn we go. La-dee-da-dee. And I'm going to go get one of our totes for the babies. Madison, what do you do for fun? I play with the bunnies. All of the baby bunnies. And I gotta go put sawdust in here. Like I said, they have nesting box, but it's gross and it needs sanitized. And then it's going to be recycled to Sadie or Penguin. He identifies as a buck, right? He identifies as a buck. He's actually a doe. Haha, wouldn't that be something? Nah, I don't know. Have y'all ever watched Tealstone Homestead? Like, she had a, they thought it was a doe. And this doe that they thought was a doe, right, was going to competitions and winning left and right and doing amazing. Like, they were a few legs off from their grand champion. And one day they were at show and one of the judges is like, hey, just so you know, like, this isn't a doe. This is a buck with a split penis. Nougat, if you don't get your butt back here, this is a buck with a split penis. And it's like, how can you show your animal X amount of times and not actually be the sex you think it is? Just a second, I have a bunny on the loose that I need to catch because he somehow decided he's gonna get out. Nougat. I don't know how you got out. Get bunnies, they said. It would be fun, they said. Gotcha. Heathen. Bad bunny. There. No one else is out? No one else is loose? Okay, fine, good. Alright, Sid. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to grab Mr. Nougat. He decided it would be fun to run away. And by run away, I mean he was like just behind the cages. I always have that one, right? There's always one in the litter that figures out how to get out from the escape artist. Exactly. There's always one in the litter that is the escape artist, no matter what you do. Sydney, can you grab me that box behind you? Thank you, baby. You want to help me? Okay. Can you hand me all the babies? Mm-hmm. Thank you, my love. All right. New nest box. The question is this one of the ones I need it? Probably. Here, Sydney, wait. Don't pull any babies out here, okay? Thank you. Mommy has to pull the front of the cage open. So, one thing I love about these cages is how easy they are to take apart so that you can put things like nesting boxes in. Bad thing I hate about these cages is they come apart so easy. The bunnies can escape if they really wanted to. Like, I had George one time, like, he somehow hit the front of the cage just right to where he busted the cage front open and launched himself at me. I don't know what spooked him, because he's normally pretty mild-mannered. You want to start handing him? But he launched himself at me, and he was like shaking, and he was all upset, and I don't know what had spooked him or what was going on, but all right, we got one Californian into the box.
Is that Spitfire?
No, that's not Spitfire. Spitfire's Rex. That's a Californian. Thank you. This is Spitfire. All right. Come on, Sid. We got to move fast so we can get to the other litter so they don't get too hot in the house. Thank you. Here, Mama. I have your babies back. And the reason I like using these totes after they hit about 2 weeks is they can easily get in and out so that they don't get stuck outside of the nest box. I find with the wooden ones, it's a bit too tall and they have trouble getting back in once they gotten out for the first time. So this just allows them some leeway to get in and out. That little chocolate chin is gorgeous. And of course, Mr. Lucky. Like I said, this is a huge litter. We're just supplementing feeds because, just in case. Y'all, if you would have heard the, that's all of them?
Yep.
All right. If you would have heard the sound coming out of those California babies this morning when I snatched them up out of their cage, you would have thought I was trying to kill them. They were screeching and going off like there was no tomorrow. And I swear I just picked them up. I didn't do anything to them. So, and it was then I knew I need to handle those babies a little more than I am. Because right now, they're just scared of me. Eventually, they'll be full-grown rabbits who can really do some damage. So I need to do, because normally I don't need to do that much with them in the beginning. All right, come on, Thor. All right, move, Max.
Trying to move him.
Gotta move the goat. Sydney, go. But yeah, normally at that age, I don't need to do much with them. They're still too young to really do much with other than just the basic handling of weighing and health checks. But even with that like basic stuff, they were like screeching. It's like, gosh, Max. Sydney, you can leave that out here, baby. All right. Next, we have to do a weight and sex check on Sadie's, not Sadie's, Solstice's litter. Knock it off. Come on. Heel. I have puppies. Y'all, this postpartum, like, hair loss nonsense, look at this. Look at these little wispy nonsensies. Ugh. Come on, Thor. Toy boy. Cookie. Puppies. All right. Like I said, and Max is trying to get in. All right. Now, I can sit down. The cat is on my tattoo station. There we go. Back. Here we are. Get down. Get down. All right. Now we can do this. So, next up, we gotta get some weights and some general. Here, I want to show you the size difference. Like, look at the size difference, y'all. Look at this. These guys are about 5-6 weeks old. This is a litter of mini Rex.
Please stop that, guys.
And this is my litter that I need to start looking to see if they're boys or if they're girls. And then a couple of these guys have like nest box eye. So I'm gonna treat that. But we have 6 babies. We have 2 casters. We have a lynx, a blue, a black, and a chocolate. And I actually, out of this litter, get back you, get back. Out of this litter, I actually have, and this one has the nest box eye I have to fix, and I'll be doing that right here, right now. But this one is actually claimed already. One of my 4-H kids was looking for a chocolate that they really wanted. They had to deposit down. I'm like, well, you know, it might be a doe, it might be a buck. It's a little long in the shoulder right now. You know, do you want to wait till it's older? And they're pretty dead set on it, so we'll see how it does for them. I'm hoping that it's a little better. It is one of the larger ones of the litter, so I will give it that. And then also at this age, it is a little hard to tell. Hey, you with the nest box eye. Come here. So yeah, I just want to take those out and show them to you, and we will get started on evaluating these guys and kind of looking them over. I'm hoping that Lynx is a girl. The last Lynx I had was a boy. The 4-H'er that took him named him Godzilla. Yes, a mini Rex named Godzilla. So, can I see that, please? So, for my notes, the chocolate. All right, so the chocolate is easy. About a pound and a half, 1.5, and it is pound and a half, and it is a let's see. You're in my light. That looks like a girl. What about your teethers? Teethers look good, bright eyes, no ear boogies. And if we are like no eye boogies. So I think it's a girl, and I always do question marks about this time, so I think it's a doe.
I'll give you a phone when you need it.
And if we're evaluating it right now at this age, and like I said, this age is a little tricky. She's a little long on the shoulder, and it might just be it's a baby, so it doesn't really pose all that well yet. It definitely is chunky. It is actually wider than it is tall. I actually like that. A little tucked, but then again, it might just be the baby fur and needs time to finish out. A little long on the shoulder. Not too horrible for the age. I like its size. All right, let's do the black next.
Yeah?
All right, so little black. This one I'm pretty sure had a mild nest box eye. Yes, it does. Yep. All right, little chocolate. You stay put. Boogie eye. Yep. So we'll take a cotton ball and get some stuff to some ointment here to kind of open the eye up a little bit. No, you don't want to use water because we're not to that point yet. I love how you pick them up like a little bird. They're just really tiny right now, and they're at the age where you can scruff them, and they're small enough to where it doesn't bother them too much, and it's just an easy, safe way to pick them up. So I would rather pick them up like a tiny little purse than them jump off somewhere. And it is, I like this age. It's a nice age. We're past the scary parts for the most part. Alright, so we're gonna warm that ointment up. Thank you for giving me a heart attack. Don't do that. Here, if you're not gonna behave, you can go with your siblings. I picked mine up the same way too. It just works at this age. It really does. Alright, we're gonna let that ointment kind of warm up on the eye, and then we will get it open. This one, this little black, is a girl. Yes.
Yes.
Alright, this one I am for sure is a girl. That makes me actually very happy. Size-wise, it's about 3/4 of a pound. So 0.75. I don't like the size of it. Wish it was a little larger. And then, but type-wise, if it's like its mama, it'll be on. Actually, that's not bad at all. It's better on the shoulder than the other one is on the chocolate. It's balanced. I would like to see a little more weight on it, but it's nice and balanced. Its high point and its depth are about even, and I like the way it sits on the table better in comparison. Bouncy butt. Let's see here. And it's kind of hard to see on the bunny this small, but for not knowing how to pose, I'm actually pretty excited about this one. Now, the nest box eye might be an issue just from a note standpoint. We'll have to see how good this one is and if I want to keep it or not. I hate this time of year because we get a good amount of nest box eye and it's just not fun to deal with. But as long as you keep on top of it, it doesn't affect anything. There are some thoughts that this might be a genetic cause, but other schools of thought say otherwise, so I'm on the fence of what to think about it. But I prefer to keep it out of my program if possible. Hello, Black's Tropical Homestead. How are you doing? I am doctoring bunnies, like this gigantic blue. Actually, this one doesn't need doctoring. This one just needs a weight and. All right, so the blue.
Hey, I always hold the pen for you.
Okay, you hold the pen then. All right,
And
so
help me just because
you need help. You got it.
what is your brother this far?
Because I think that's a girl too. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I am perfectly fine if all of these turn out to be girls. I was joking about how, you know, I never get a litter of girls, but 3/4 pound. So 0.75 girl and done. Hello, headed to Homestead. How are you doing? We are looking at baby bunnies. Y'all, I'm really excited about this one. This one is one I'm actually hoping is a girl. It's the second largest of the litter, and she is another lynx. I say she because I hope it's a girl. No eye buggies, which is great. And then, I didn't do this with the blue, I should have said it. No, don't be a tube sock. Let's see here. Depth is nice, height can use a little work. The shoulder's a bit long, but the hindquarters, is it pinched? Your fur is too fluffy, baby. I need you to shed out your adult fur, or shed to your adult fur. But a gorgeous lynx. It has a nice split in the fur. Madison, why are you doing another Mini Rex project with another difficult color? I just think they're cool. And it's another girl. You need to show your scale again so the new people can see it. Yeah, y'all, I got a new scale. Normally these scales are like 60 to 80 bucks. I got one at the farmer's market today, and it has cute little foods on it for 13. I am so glad I went to the farmer's market if nothing else to get the scale. I'm so excited about that scale, and I know it's silly, but oh, it's so beautiful. So,
Mom.
you're silly. Can I have that, please? All right, so Lynx, I am pretty sure is a girl, and we are coming in at, oh, don't squeak at me.
Mom.
1 pound evened. I am perfectly fine with a pound. All right, so next we have the casters. I'm going to start with the small caster first because it does have a little bit of nest box eye. I'm going to put that in the trash. So we have a smaller, little, low roughest caster. Again, it has some boogie eye, which not a big deal. We'll get that taken care of. Like I said, I've been having a hard time this season with nest box eye, which is frustrating. But nothing we can't treat and fix. It's just, I wish we didn't have to deal with it. And again, it's the time of year, it's spring. Things are starting to get warm and muggy breed bacteria, and when bacteria get bred together, it creates nest box eye. Alright, I'll let that sit. A scale and cage boxes do, I know, right? Some little, something is, we haven't had any nest box eye cases yet. I am surprised with where y'all are and how humid it is that y'all haven't had nest box eye, so good crap.
Mom, watch me.
You're a goofball.
I can balance it.
You can balance it?
Look.
You're like a little sea lion. All right. Thank you. She knows it. All right. So I think they look a little pinched in the hindquarters. They're kind of like a tube sock. I don't like the. Okay, not my favorite. Moving on. I forgot to check the sex. If it's a boy, I wouldn't be mad. I'm pretty sure that something is going to change. Like, one of them is going to be like, haha, just kidding, I'm not actually a girl, I'm a boy. You are a little spunky, though. That does look like a boy. But that is okay. No, it's okay. This one can be a boy. Casters can be boys.
Girl.
And it is half a pound, which means it is the smallest of the litter. You want to tell them about Queen Anna today? We went to the farmer's market, and Queen Anna was there from Arendelle. And Queen Anna was doing face painting and was seeing all of the good little boys and girls and doing that. So she got face paint from Queen Anna of Arendelle, and Queen Anna left Olaf in charge.
And Elsa's taking care of the enchanted forest.
And Elsa is taking care of the enchanted forest. So, all right, let's see here. I like this caster much better than the other one, just from a size-wise. We like false dwarfs. We don't like real dwarfs. Although, don't like the shoulder. We're a little long in the shoulder. Depth is nice. I don't like the height. Rear end actually isn't too bad. It's a cute little face. I like the face on this one. But just because it looks nice in the face doesn't mean that it is. And you weigh a pound. So you aren't the largest, but you're close. And are you a boy or are you a girl? I hope you are a girl because you are a nice size. She's like, girls rule, boys. Yeah, basically. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure you're a boy. Yeah, you're a little boy. All right, our casters are boys. Yeah, she is a good kid. She is really cute. You just can't let her know that you know that, because once she gets there, she knows she can get away with things. Like today at Tractor Supply, she's like, Mommy, I want candy. And I'm like, no, you can't have candy. So she's like, okay, I'll have a Gatorade instead. We went home with Gatorade. And she's sassy about it, and I shouldn't let her get away with it, but it's just so cute. All right, y'all. It's about time, the time you've been waiting for. I have gotten all of the health checks done. We have gotten all of the weights done and the sexing done. Once I put these guys out into the barn, we are going to start the tattoo process. And you are going to get a sneak peek before my video comes out of who is going to show. I will say that not everybody in here is going to show, but also that not... I don't have everyone who is going to show in the house right now. But I did have one person who, they were just one off. They were doing really well. They did guess George. And unfortunately, I can't take George to show because George is with Victoria right now. And Victoria has a new job offering in Arizona, which makes me sad. I miss my friend. But... George would have been a nice choice to go to show just to see how he did and how he placed. And I won't be taking my Californian buck because he'd get me DQ'd in an instant. You got it? You need help? So, you are going to get a sneak peek. And then I have to, in that video coming up, I'm actually going to like pose everyone and show you why I'm taking them and why they are good or bad or... indifferent. I will say everyone was correct in their guess of strawberry. And yes, strawberry is going to show. Or at least he should. I have to weigh him to make sure he's not getting too fat. You help?
Me.
Sydney, these ones are a little too big and I need to get them in quickly because they are getting a little too hot in their coat. Okay? I know, it's okay. You're gonna help me with tattooing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, blue. Chocolate, lynx,
Wow.
It's a grayish color with a white undercoat. Castor.
What was that one?
Yep, castor.
Castor.
And
Chocolate.
that's a black, not a chocolate. All right.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Time to start tattooing animals. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Back into the house we go to start tattooing ears. And I thank y'all for your patience. We just had other things we had to do before tattooing, just because it needed to get done. And your girl ran out of time today. I have 0 time. Come on, Balto. Have y'all met Balto yet? Balto, come meet the people, baby. I got another dog. Balto, come on. Come on, Bubba. Say hi, Balto. Say hi, Balto. Balto. Oh, hi, Thor. Hi, Balto. And Kiwi. Oh, my puppy. Oh, Balto, good boys. Oh, my good boys. So yeah, I got another puppy. He's a good puppy. Come on, boys. Max. Max. Now, ask me if Max is actually staying in his fence anymore, and ask me if Max has figured out how to get out of his own little carrier. Kiwi, don't knock the child over. Come on, boys. Balto. But yeah, so, hey, back into the house we go to start tattooing. All right. So if y'all have never been on one of my lives while I am tattooing, if I ignore the camera for a second or I'm not talking, I'm just concentrating and my brain doesn't work most of the way. With that being said, I do try to pay attention to the comments. It's just sometimes I can't because of what I am doing. All right, so we talked about Freak, and Freak is going to get tattooed today. His tattoo is going to be our barn name, DM. His, what is it? First letter, so it's going to be DMF. What's wrong, Gigi? So DMF, and then he's a buck, so he's going to be an odd. Help a second, okay? The year is 2, and he is a buck, so he is going to be a 1. So his code is going to be DMM Rabbitry, Freak, born in the year of 22, and our first buck. In theory, we never have ones that code the same because I try to keep the, Sydney, baby, stop it. Thank you. Don't chew on me. Go get your Gatorade. All right, so we're gonna do Freak first. Baby, I'm getting ready to tattoo. Hey, you need to scoot over a little bit so I have elbow room, okay? Thank you. All right, so we have the tattoo, we have the pen.
We have these 2.
Yep, those are the inkwell and the, hey, don't put your fingers in them. That makes it so they're not sanitary, baby. You wanna keep everything as clean as possible. All right, so.
What can I help with?
You wanna hold the paper towels? And you can give them to me when you're ready. All right, so we have one filled with our hydrogen peroxide to help with sterilization. And then our ink. Y'all, I always get this all over the place when I'm tattooing. There is just no middle ground with this. I always make a mess.
And just go like this way.
Go like that? All right, so we're gonna get our inkwell set up.
You're gonna need a helper.
I know I'm gonna need a helper. Oh, you're talking to them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You're gonna need a helper.
Oh, they're gonna need a helper if they're doing this?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, please tell me that the ink is not dried out. I didn't think to check it. Unless there's just a clog somewhere that I'm not seeing. Yeah, there's just a clog. We're gonna be special. There we go.
There's a little bit on the fork.
You know, there's a little bit on the fork. The ink gets everywhere, which is also why I have wet wipes. All right, so we have that, we have that. I have a spare needle. We have our tattoo pen.
We stuck going like we stuck in yourself in my face.
Excuse you? What'd you say? Alright, so there's that, there's that. You didn't say anything? Alright, ointment. I always get this wrong. I need to go get my ARBA book and verify whether it's the left or the right ear. Otherwise, I'm going to do the wrong ear. Alright, I have everything set up. I just got to run into my office and get my book. I'm ready for my ear tattoo. I don't think I would want an ear tattoo. Like, I have tattoos. I have 6 or 7. I have a lot of tattoos. I don't want an ear tattoo. Where is my ARBA book? Sydney, have you seen Mommy's ARBA book? Come on, sit. The chaotic life. The joys of joys. Should I put it over? No, that's my bread book. You would think.
Your cooking book?
My cooking book, yes. I know I had it earlier. Where did I? There it is. That moment of, I put this somewhere, but where? There we go. All right, so ARBA, raising better cavies and rabbits, or rabbits and cavies. I always get those two mixed up in order. Ouch.
You okay?
Yep, I just hit my elbow because your chair is too close. There we go.
Why I can't be in there because you kicked me so hard.
Baby, I understand, but I don't need you or I getting scratched and hurt because you're so close. Okay? There it is.
I got my dad's towel.
Alright, so it goes in the left ear. Okay, I was right. Alright? I'm staring at it, and I know it's the left ear, and yet I'm still staring. Supply, equipment. Use Velcro straps. Where'd my towel go? Sydney, where's Mommy's blue towel that she had hanging on the back of your chair? Ah, dear child. Alright, so in the left. Right? I check this like 20 million times before I tattoo. Because even though I've done this so many times, I'm terrified that one of these days it's going to change on me and I'm going to do it in the wrong ear.
You do know you have these.
Yes, I know I have these. I'm not there yet, baby.
You smell good.
Yeah, left ear. Left ear.
You smell good. No.
No, baby. Oh, there it is. Alright, so. What am I going to do first? We're going to do freak first. Alright. First tattoo is always the most fun. And by most fun, I mean somebody's just always. Alright, so if any of y'all have watched me do this before, you know that I am cheap and I don't get the Velcro fasteners because we play the game Does It Swaddle. And I think I need to do one more opening. Yep. And the reason we play Does It Swaddle, hey, knock it off, is because I don't have the Velcro and I like doing it better this way. But again, if you like the ones with the Velcro, then that is completely fine too.
Tell me when you need these.
I will. In fact, I need one right now so I can clean his ear.
Sure.
Alright, so, oh, I just missed that comment. And again, if I missed your comments, I apologize. I'm half paying attention to the screen because I'm chaotic tonight. Alright, so. He does have a tattoo in his ear. It's very faded from his previous breeder. And it is so small, it looks like a stamp, to be honest.
Stamp?
Yeah, stamp. So when you tattoo ears, you want to make sure you have a nice clean slate. And that your bunny is holding still. And that it's nice and good to go. Can I have another one, please, baby?
Sure.
It's just like tattooing humans where you want everything to be clean and as sanitary as possible. Because his ears are pretty clean, but I don't want to risk infection or issues with my buns.
Where'd it go?
Alright, next we're going to use our numbing spray.
What's a numbing spray?
It makes it to where they don't feel it. I need a numbing spray for my shin next time I go to do it. That did not feel good. All right, we're gonna give that a minute or two to set in.
Hey,
Baby, you're just gonna do that naturally.
it smells good though.
It does smell good. I do like the smell of the numbing stuff. I'm gonna let that kind of, thanks, baby. You'll actually see as it starts to take an effect, the ear will start drooping because it's going numb. But we're gonna give him a second to kind of calm down. And again, George is not going with us to show. George is going to stay here at the farm and continue being the sire for our program, but he does need an identification marker because eventually he's not going to be my only Californian buck, and I'm going to need to tell them apart.
Is George a bunny? Can we have
I keep saying George, don't I? This is Freak. This is Freak. This isn't George. This is Freak. I have it written down which bunny this is. My brain doesn't work. Alright, so. Can I have another paper towel so I can dry it a little bit? Well, thank you. I like to think I'm a great storyteller. I have been introducing Sydney to Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm. I feel like those are very wonderful, wonderful stories to tell 5-year-olds. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got that dry. Now I have a marker to kind of get an idea of what I want the tattoo to look like. So we're going to go, he's not gonna feel it because it is very, so we have a D, I think that side is dead. Let me try the other side. I need to pick up a new tattoo pen. So there we go. D, M, F, 2, 1.
Wow.
All right, it is time for the fun part. And by fun part, I mean the part that always goes bad at first because I need to get my stuff together. All right, and I'm always bad about picking up too much ink. And if you are a tattooer for the first time I tattooed, I left my pen on as I dipped it in the inkwell, and I bent my quill. So, start with the, start with the D. Alright, we're gonna give him another minute to numb down a little bit. He's still kinda, give him another minute. Hey, sit, I need my coffee. And if you do, like, go to tattoo their ear and they're still kind of jumpy on it, just give the numbing stuff a couple of minutes to kind of settle in. Some rabbits just take longer than others, and that's okay.
You can scratch him.
You know I can scratch him. It also helps with this if you are working with your rabbits on the daily.
You can see it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Take it.
Alright, let me see that. Thank you. Clean off my quill here. But, and again, in between, I like to just clean my needle and then go back into my ink. I will say that compared to like normal human tattooing, I will not change out this needle in between rabbits. I'll use it until it's dull on this group. And then when I go to do my next round, I have one more left and I need to order more from All Things Bunny. Thankfully, they're fairly cheap. It's $1 per needle if you buy the 5-pack. So it's definitely affordable. The other option you have for tattooing is a stamp. I don't like the stamps. Cause like,
Are we on D?
no, I'm gonna try with the 1 and see how Freak is doing. Still a little jumpy, but. We'll try a little more spray.
You did not like the feel of that spray.
You want some in your ear? It doesn't feel the best. I also have some rabbits to where you'll numb them up like really good, and it doesn't matter what you do. As soon as they feel the vibrations of the tattoo pen, they're very twitchy. So hopefully George isn't like that because they're harder to tattoo when they're like that. I prefer one that like just holds still so I don't twitch too much. And it doesn't help, I have bad shaky hands. So here we go. That's better. And bend my needle again. You'd think I would learn after doing this for so long. Nah. Like I said, the first round of tattooing always kind of sucks. All right, we're gonna try this. Boop. Because I'm not my best the first one. And it's messed up to say, but I always, my first ones I tattoo, I make sure it's a rabbit that's going to stay in my barn and not go to show. Sydney, can you go get the birds a snack ball off the top? Go give them a treat, please.
I just told you that I can't get it because it's Gigi on their fire.
Oh yeah, I forgot Gigi was on the fireplace, my bad. But when I do my first tattooing for the night, I definitely don't do my show rabbits first. I do my broodstock first. Hey Sydney, why don't you go watch TV downstairs, baby? You keep bumping my elbow. Go. Thank you, baby.
You're my helper.
I know you're my helper, but you keep bumping my arm. You want a popsicle?
Yes.
Oh, I can get a popsicle, baby. Right. She's a good helper as long as she's not bumping my elbow. Yeah, you can have one of mine, maybe. All right. Look at all the ink going there. What, Bubba?
How can you understand what they're saying?
So it comes up on the screen when people comment. Time to clean away the first layer of ink to see where I need to touch up. And somebody asked about how I get tattoo ink off of white fur. Hydrogen peroxide is my best friend. Alright, so that is definitely a little thin on the ink. So we're going to go over that again. He should be a little less twitchy this time. Alright, let's go over this again. Thor, knock it off. My carpal tunnel is acting up tonight. Always make sure you don't touch the bottom of your tub. done, Bubba. You're such a good sport. One day, I will get these lines nice and thick and even, but today is not that day. And I always end up tattooing myself. Always really bad about it. Like, I always end up with a dot for a little while on my fingers, which, fair enough. I'm almost done with Freak here. The darker you get the lines now, the better, because it helps the ink stay, and it's like ink packing when you're doing it on a person. I know you don't like the tip of your gun, but I gotta finish that one, because you're a bot. Alright, second swipe through on the clean. Most of the time it takes me about 2 times through to get it nice and dark, sometimes 3 depending on how the ear takes it. And then here in about a month or 2, I'll look at it again and see like what it looks like, and if need be, go over it again. Now 2 is very thin. And a lot of people I know, they prefer cotton pads over paper towels. I am not one of those people though. I like the paper towels. It's just what I prefer. I am going to hit that 2 and 1 one more time on the edge of the ear, just because there are some spots that just aren't taking the ink too well, and I need that code to know what year he was born and if he's a buck or a doe. There we go. Ink pack, ink pack. We are going to have a beautiful, defined one. Why? Because boys are odd. Don't ask me what that was. I don't even know. I'm almost done, baby. I just gotta finish this too. Alright. That should be good. Let me do a final check. Like I said, the others, the D and the M are good. It's just this back bit here. There we go. Perfect. Well, not perfect. It's never perfect, but it's good enough. So if you look at Freak and you look, I know you don't like that. Right there, kind of. See it? No, not really. Here, I'm gonna have to bring either you closer to Freak or Freak closer to you. Oh, no, Baba. How am I gonna move the ink? I made that mistake before. I moved the ink. I'm gonna move Freak forward so y'all can see his tattoo and his ear. It's not perfect. It never is perfect. Oh dang, I wanna squeeze. He's so fluffy. Alright. So, if you look at his ear, and right now he's a little freaked out because of the tattooing, and he wants to be put back in his cage, but see, I'll probably have to redo the edge ones here in a month or so, but he didn't do bad. And now I'll take my ointment, and we'll put it on the ear, keep the ear hydrated, clean, and make sure that the tattoo stays moist and that dirt doesn't go on it. So, one done, and We're not going to talk about how many left to go. It's going to be a long night. Glorious, victorious. Hello, Wiley. Or you... No. You're not Wiley. I think you're Eduardo. Let me verify. You know what? Before I get you, let's do Raven. All right. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have met Raven yet, or if you have met Raven, it was just briefly as a, look, I have a new doe. So, for those of you who don't know, this is Raven. She is a silver fox doe. He did do very well. He was a little twitchy. And trust me, I totally understand, like, not wanting to deal with tattoos. Totally get that. All right, so this is Raven. Raven won't be going to show with us because she is over silvered, but she's great in my program that needs a little more silvering. So, you are going to be Wiley today, aren't you? You pooped. Glorious. We'll put that in the trash pile. Yay. All right, so this is Raven. She is my new silver fox doe. I think she's half sister to Vanessa, if I remember right. So, and she is very... Do we need to go someone else first? What is going on, little miss? What is going on? There we go. Easy. There's a girl. She is not happy tonight. I'll pose her after we're done tattooing her because I don't need her knocking over my equipment. And she needs a nice tight little roll here. She's gonna be a rabbit sushi. All right. So again, we do not have Velcro because we play Does It Swaddle? And the answer is always yes, they do swaddle with a little bit of convincing. And it probably doesn't help. She's not used to being in the house. But we swaddle the baby. We spray the baby's ear. How many weird directions can Madison get? Oh, nice try, Bella. Freak. You made everyone else look bad. There we go. It's okay, Raven. I know. It also doesn't help. Raven is still kind of young, and she's kind of new to me. So I haven't had the time to really harass her enough to where she's used to me. And that's partially my fault, but it is what it is. But we will re-swaddle the baby so she cannot escape. And let's see, so this is Raven. That is the wrong thing. I need to get this. Okay, so Raven, her ear marking is DMR. She was born in 2, and she is a doe, so she has another 2. So DM Raven 22. And then we had Freak, which was DMF 21. Yay. Codes for remembering who's who. Because let me tell you, when everyone is a black rabbit, it gets difficult to tell them apart as they get older. Like right now she has her mask and she looks like regal and serene, but soon she's gonna look like Vanessa. Except for Vanessa has a little white spot on her nose. Y'all, Vanessa might be pregnant. I'm super excited. More babies. All right. Clean my needle here. And I need to get my pen work down. This one is going to be a little more wily than Freak, which is going to be a little annoying. But nothing a good little swaddling can't fix. So, for her, it's going to be a pretty nice sized ear, girly. I need to get that moisture off a little more. The pen's not sticking. Great numbing spray. Keeps animal calm. Bad numbing spray when it comes to being able to get your pen down. All right, let's try this again. So again, her tattoo is going to be Love You Too, Rue. D. It's pen tonight. I don't want to freehand this. Can we not? Universe, I don't want to freehand tattoos today. The universe said too bad. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's see if she is numbed down enough yet. Because I don't need her being more twitchy than she is. So, perfect. Good job, Raven. I said once they get into the swaddle, it's pretty easy from there. And again, I try to be very careful about how far I dip my needle into the ink so I don't bend it, because I have done that way too many times. When I was first tattooing, it was bad. Alright, go over here. It's a very small ear. I'm hoping she's actually doing better than George was. Not George, Freak. Why do I keep doing that? His name is Freak, his name is not George. I'm pretty excited about this one. Alright, now for the big reveal. Let me just clean. I have a feeling that if I do need to go over this one, it's only going to be like once, which I am all for. Miss Raven, you're doing way better than I expected. At the beginning, it was not good. Gotta clean the ink off. Ooh, look at you. That looks so good. So nice. That D needs a little bit of work. But I'm actually fairly happy with that first round. If y'all have seen my tattoo video, like my actual one where I sit down and I'm like, here's how I tattoo, here's how I do this. You see how like my first round versus my second round is? Because the first round it looks like a very bad like penman work, but this one came out real nice and dark. But I am going to go over it again because there are a couple of places where there are a few holes, some few little mismatches. Boop, 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 boop. Clean the ink off, and then get more. Okay, I'm going to go over this one more time just to verify that it is nice, dark, and that there are no holes. Like the R, the down on the R is just a little too light for me. And you want to place your finger behind the ear. You can actually feel how deep you need to go. And this is one of those things that just, it takes practice. I am going to have to revise her notes. Her ear was too small to do 2 2s, which is fine. All I really need to know is that what year she was born. The buck or doe is just extra, just in case I'm in a rush. Or if I need to like verify a tattoo. Like, oh yeah, it's like without flipping them over. Because sometimes it's just a pain in the butt just to flip them. And then I'm going to tattoo my own finger again. There we go. right, let's try that. Cleany, 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 brushy, brushy, brushy. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's so much better. But R though. There it is. But R though, I think the ink just dried on it funny. I hope I didn't smudge that too bad. Nah, that's better. Because she's Miss Raven. She needs her R. Let's see. And doing like certain tattoos, like the only thing that matters for my show rabbits mostly is that my barn ID is there. And that I have the name ID and the little ear off the end. As long as I have like those things, I'm happy. Ooh, that came out super nice. I'm actually really happy with this one, and I'll show y'all right after I'm done like cleaning it up a little bit. So, let me move everything out of the way, see if she's gonna stay calm for this, because I was putting her here earlier, and she was not having it. Alright, so Miss Raven. So if you look at her ear, it came out super nice, super dark, and super easy to read. Now, we're gonna get some ointment for the ear. I don't know. I just don't like to contaminate the thing. As long as I'm not contaminating the whole jar, I can use my fingers to put it on. It's not that big a deal. There we go, mamas. Help that heal, help keep the dirt out of it. There. It's like a little ear massage. Alright. Is Madison getting ink all over the place? Yes, she is. Alright. Let me see if she's calm enough to actually pose now. Like I said, she's a little freaked out earlier. But she's a gorgeous little rabbit. I wish she didn't have as much silvering as she did, but it does help my program out a good bit. And she is very young yet. She's 12 weeks old. So she's still a bit of a baby. Still a bit of a baby. Still getting used to my nonsense. I'll have to pose her for y'all on a video upcoming here so you can actually see her, because she is a gorgeous little bun. She's naughty. There's a Vanessa naughty, and then there's Raven naughty. So I'm gonna put her away. No. And we will work on. Okay. Let me see here, because I have Eduardo in one and Wiley in the other. You're the smaller one, you're Wiley, which means you are Eduardo. Mr. Eduardo. Isn't that right, Eddie? Here, Eddie. My breedy buck. I'm actually taking Eduardo to show. He's going to show next weekend, so therefore, he needs a tattoo. Alright? Yeah, he needs a tattoo. Get him out. He already has a tattoo. Oops. I've done that before where I'm like, oh, this rabbit needs a tattoo. I tattooed him last month. Oopsie doopsie. Does it swaddle? The answer is yes. It's always yes. It's just how much work is it going to be to swaddle? There we go. And as always, you could use a Velcro. I'm too cheap for that. A towel works. Why would I need anything else? Good job, Eddie boy. All right. Now that's getting all numbed up. All right. So this is Eduardo. He's going to show. So Mr. Ed, D, M, E, 2, 1. Ooh, that's really close to freaks. All right, so Mr. Eduardo here is going to show next week. Super excited for him. Eduardo is a gorgeous buck, and I'm really excited to see what the judges have to say about him. I'm not the best at commercial types because I'm so used to working compact types. So when I see they actually have a shoulder and they're not just a ball, it messes with my little pea brain because I'm like, ooh, is that too much shoulder? Is that enough shoulder? So I'm still learning the commercial type. I want to make everything compact type, and that's just not good. My mentors have yelled at me over it. They're, the amount of times I'm like, ooh, that's such a pretty animal, because they'll like send pictures of their rabbitry and they'll be like, no. They're like, the shoulder on this is crap. You want a shoulder on a commercial type, so you can have that nice bit of meat right there. And I always sit there and I nod my head and I'm like, yeah, okay, I see it. And then they'll bring out one that's almost identical and I'm like, ew, the shoulder. And they're like, that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's like, oh yeah, they're not a compact, they're a commercial. Because mini Rex, it's insane how tight of a ball you want them to be. Like there's like no shoulder. It's literally just a ball with a head. It's glorious. And then on these guys, you actually want a shoulder, and it hurts my pea brain, okay? It just hurts. All right, clean that needle off a little bit. Mr. Eduardo, are you gonna do good? And as you can see a huge difference in behavior between like Raven and Eduardo. But also Eduardo is a good bit older than Raven. And we've had a lot more time to work with and on him. His little ear is numb. To get him to this point. So this is what you look at and you see, oh, it's like a baby, it's like a little show rabbit, it's easy to handle in comparison. Now I say this and watch, he's gonna go buck crazy when I start tattooing his ear, because that's always how it seems to happen, is I will get a well-behaved rabbit and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Alright, clean out the disinfectant, clean out the numbing spray. Gotta clean the ear. I know, Mr. George. Not George. I'm doing it again. Freak. I did the same thing with Strawberry and Penguin. I'm gonna call Strawberry Penguin. I call Penguin Strawberry, and the world ends. Alright, that's a nice bit of cartilage there. Let me see if my pen started working again. Because, as always, I don't like freehanding tattoos if I don't have to. Yet my freehanded tattoos show up better than my planned tattoos. It's kind of weird. Alright, so. Mr. Eduardo is such an amazing boy. Alright, D, M, E, 2, and 1. D, M, E, 2, 1. Must be getting past my bedtime because I'm turning into a weirdo. Alright. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, it's alright, Eduardo. Sometimes tattooing puts you in some really weird angles. Like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, this is a great angle. I love what I'm doing with this. And then other times it's like, ooh, that's bad. Did not collect as much ink as I thought I did that first time. Ooh, sorry, baby. Note to self, move on from an area. Don't grill it. E2. Sometimes I get this bright idea in my head. I'm like, I can totally tattoo myself. And then I honestly think about how bad my line work is. It's a good thing I never wanted to be a tattoo artist. Because, like, I would totally ruin someone's skin. Like with the rabbits, it's not a big deal. It just has to be legible. But with humans, it kind of has to look good. So, there's that. DMM rabbitry, where we have too many breeds. And Madison thinks about getting rid of so many every day and just sticking to mini Rex because that makes sense in her brain. Even though it makes no common sense, because why would you have mini Rex on a homestead other than you're obsessed? And that's it. This live stream has turned into how awkward Madison is when she gets past her bedtime. But that's okay. I am entertained. Be in there. All right. Round 1. Let's see. You're doing so good, Eddie boy, even though you are slowly slipping into a nap. Like forward. You shouldn't slip forward like that, you're gonna fall. You're so good boy, Eddie. Eddie boy. Anyone remember Ed, Ed, and Eddie? You know, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Woo! Do, do, do. I used to be obsessed with that show growing up. I'm pretty sure that's one of the shows my mother, like, absolutely hated us watching. That and SpongeBob. She hated SpongeBob. I don't know why she hated SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob was great. That, too, completely needs redone. All right. So, not the best first round I've ever had, but that's okay. We're gonna do the gosh darn thing. We're gonna fix that. Not too, needs to be just a bit clearer. Now do my 2s look like Z's? You betcha. Does it work? Also bet. I'm also going to touch up that E a little bit. I had somebody one time, I think it was on TikTok, they went off about how would you like it if somebody tattooed you and da 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 da. It's like, are they doing it for free? Like, is my tattoo artist tattooing me for free? Because I'd be okay with that. Tattoos are expensive. That's why I thought about doing it to myself, and then I realized that's a really bad idea because I suck at tattooing. I know that seems silly because I'm tattooing rabbit ears. It's completely different tattooing rabbits compared to tattooing humans. Although one of these days I really want to talk to my tattoo artist and be like, hey, you want to tattoo some rabbit ears? Like, I think that'd just be cool. I don't know why that would interest me so much. Ask my tattoo artist if they want to come tattoo ears with me. Like, be like, look, I'm cool too. I can tattoo. I feel like my tattoo artist would completely and utterly make fun of me for that though. Like, they would completely roast me. Like, to the moon and back. They would roast me over how bad I am. But that's okay. Like, it'd be fun. It'd be a good time. So, I will show you Mr. Eduardo, who did such a good job in comparison to the other two. So, if you look, nice, clean. We'll see how that turns out in the next couple of days. Like I said, Eduardo is one of my bucks going to show here in a week. So, put a nice amount of ointment on that. And we'll rub it in. Yeah. To keep the dirt out and keep it hydrated. Good job, Mr. Eduardo. And that should start looking good. And it'll still be fresh when we go to the show. And if not at the show, it should have enough time for healing where it won't be an issue. Here's your Mr. Eduardo. My happy little. Alright, who's next? Wiley, are we doing you next or are we doing the babies next? Somebody said, It's better than notching ears like swine. I completely agree. Plus, I don't understand the notching. Like, there you go, sorry. I don't necessarily understand the notching compared to tattooing, because the tattooing, I just kind of look at them, and it's like, good to go, I know who this is. But with like the notching, it's a little more convoluted of, where is the notch? Is it up high? Is it up low? Is it this one? Is it that one? So I don't, and my sister might be able to answer that better for me, because she raised pigs. But yeah, I need to get Wiley done at least, and then I have some babies in here I need to do. You doing okay? It's hard to see through the laptop. I always worry. Alright. My college emailed me. No thanks, I don't want to go back. Alright. Wiley, are you going to be a good boy?
Hi, Wiley. Hi, baby.
Wiley is completely and utterly insane. And he's going to show next week. There we go. Up goes the weasel. Alright. Mr. Wiley boy is Wiley. Like the coyote. Wiley Coyote. Okay. And again we play, does it swaddle? And the answer is always yes, yes it does. It's just a matter of how hard is it gonna be. So we go. I watch a person on TikTok where their TikTok is literally about them swaddling things. Like they're a labor and delivery nurse, and all they do on their TikTok is play Does It Swaddle. Which, legit, the only thing I swaddle is bunnies. Alright, Mr. Wiley, who is wily as ever. Your butt is coming out. There we go. Yes, hide yourself. Alright. I'm excited to get both Wiley and Eduardo on the table, although they'll be going against each other at show. But at least I'll know what the judges think of who is better. Let's see. I'm running out of stuff. Alright, so Wiley. Oh. Nope. Alright, D, M, W, 2, 1. Weird. Alright. Okay. We're going to wait for that to kind of settle in, because he is a bit more spastic than the others. Well, he wasn't as spastic as Raven. Raven was real bad. Not going to lie, that was not fun. Oops, I accidentally turned that on when I just want to hit the disinfectant. Clean off the old ink. Oops. Wow. Hello. Peekaboo. No? Okay. You know, this morning I was playing with Rick, and he wouldn't give me kisses, but the entire time he was going, peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. He is a naughty boy. One of these days, he's going to bite me. He hasn't bit me yet. I am counting my blessings that he has not yet. But, I digress. Alright, so. Oh, you have small ears, bud. You have very small ears. I'm hoping to get this in. Everybody was kung fu fighting. What? What? Madison, what time is it? Oh, it's like 8:45. What is wrong with you? I'm tired. Past my bedtime of like 8 o'clock. It doesn't help. Anna did not sleep well last night. So I was like, up. So she woke up at like 10 o'clock and then was in bed with us the entire night, and she is not a very sound sleeper. D. M. Oh no! W. 2. 1. Okay. I need a new pen. Next time I go to order, I need to get a new pen. Almost. Okay, Mr. Wiley, let's see. Let's re-swaddle your front feet here because you are coming out of your swaddle. Which is cool and all, but I prefer you don't like jump onto the floor. That would be like wonderful. Alright, baby. Let's get down to business. To tattoo the ear. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. I get better as we continue to do this here. I'm not good at making up words to songs, but it's stuck in my head. And I can't sing the song. I don't know things to say. I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Why was I a fool in school for cutting gym? Y'all, I need to watch Mulan now. Mulan is like my favorite Disney princess. She's like a badass. But have y'all ever seen like Mulan 2? Like, what is that? Mulan 2 kind of just was not it. I know, baby, the end of the ear is bad. Let's rearrange our swaddle. You were doing so good, too. Rearrange our swaddle. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, there we go. Round 1 on Mr. Wiley the bunny is good. Let's have a reveal here. See how bad it is. He kind of twitched a little bit on that 2, which means I probably have a hole in the ink, which is fine. I can always go over it twice. Then let's clean it up here and see if I was right. Yeah, that 2 is basically gone, which is fine. We'll fix it. That's why we go over it twice or 3 times. Hi, I'm back, hello. Hi, I'm still here. Oh, Wiley, I didn't mean to scare you, baby. It's okay, Wiley. Mr. Coyote. You know, the reason why I have this buck is, we were keeping a buck back from one of Victoria's litters, and she said something along the lines of, yeah, this buck is, like, crazy or whatever, or this buck is hard to handle. And I go in and I scoop him up and I start cuddling with him. And it was like a complete 180 from a personality change. And it was meant to be Wiley and me. So he is my second breeding buck. So I have Eduardo and Wiley. So it's always fun. Oh, alright. That should be good. I fixed the 2. He's getting richety, which I understand. I get richety too after a while in tattooing. Like, when I was getting my shin done, I got like an hour into it, and I'm like, I have like 5 more hours of this. Like, shins hurt. So I can only imagine how much a ear hurts. And I am going to put him back without a reveal, just because he is getting a little twitchy on me, and he is more of a reactive rabbit, and I just don't want him to get too worked up. This is my baby. And his fur is so shiny. Y'all, they have Mana Pro back in stores again. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. For the longest, they didn't have Mana Pro. And now they're actually getting it consistently back in. So I'm stockpiling my Mana Pro. Because it's not the same. And I'm about to peekaboo. Woo! It's not the same, you know? Like, here you go, Baba. Alright. So, the next, I got my finger tattooed. It was excruciating. I haven't done fingers. So I have my shoulder here done. I have my back here done. I have my wrist. I have my thigh, and I have my shin. And I fell asleep during this one and the one on my back. This one was too quick for me to even react. And my thigh right here was fine. That shin though, especially when I went to the crease of my ankle, ooh, baby. You want to talk about, it was not fun. And I just sat there because that's what we do. So, you know, I've always like wanted to get like my spine and everything done, but we'll see. You're fine, hold on. Alright. I'm not sure if this is a buck or doe. And these guys don't have names. They're my Rex. They're still kind of young. Right on the bone is the worst. Yes. Like, I didn't think this on the bone was bad. Like, up here, I fell asleep during it. But on the bone on my ankle and shin? No, thank you. All right. Are you the buck or the doe? So, I have 2 bucks I have to evaluate on who I'm keeping as my secondary. Oh, hello. Okay, you're not too bad. You might be a little tucked, but again, hello, tube sock. Let's see, that's not too horrible. High point's great. Depth isn't bad. You have a cute face. Are you my boy or my girl? I think you're my girl, and if you're my girl, I'm happy with that, because you're not horrible looking. And I know it's horrible. Woof, woof, woof. Hey, shh. My senile old man. Okay, I think this is my doe. Oh no, this is a buck. Come on, I hope I didn't mess that up. Okay, so you're a buck. You're not horrible. So, the question is, let me see here. So I'm keeping 1 buck out of this litter to breed back to the mom. And I'm trying to see who's best. I'm pretty sure my black buck, is the fastest growing, but I'm not sure with type. Not too bad for a commercial type. He's a little flat, just all over. And again, he's kind of young. They're only 8 weeks old, so I don't really expect all too much. It's kind of thick. Yeah, he is a Rex. Like I said, he's 8 weeks old. My Rex are a bit small, but my Rex have always been slow growing. Compared to my Californians. He is, what are you sitting at size-wise for 8 weeks? He is 4 pounds, so not horrible, but not great either. Like, he's not bad, but I need to compare him to my broken buck in there. I thought this was my doe. Is my doe bigger than my buck? I thought my buck was bigger than my doe. Did I confuse this? Let's see. Here. Alright, so here's my other buck. Because I'm trying to decide, because today's my big like record keeping kind of moment. So here's my broken buck. And I'm a sucker for brokens, but I don't like, so if you look at his pattern, he has a bunch of modeling. So he has white in the black, and his blanket pattern's not clean, and he sucks at posing. Come on, little buddy. You good? But his face is cute. But at the same time, it's not a balanced mark. His face is cute though. I really like the balance of his ears compared to his face. He's not very long in the ear, and I really like that. But he doesn't have an even face marking, which sucks. So that's a downfall for him. Same with the thing. And you are a tube sock. Come on. Babies. You're gonna get eaten. You keep this up. I'm gonna keep your brother instead. There we go. Like, he's just not there. Like, and again, he's a baby, so the flatness might just be bad posing. They need the butterfly, right? Yes, so what you want is, so this is a half butterfly, and the butterfly is the marking on the nose. This is not a disqualification, but it is a point reduction because it doesn't have the balance that you want. So if he were to go up against an identical buck, but the only difference was the other buck had a butterfly, in theory, if they're both identical, other than that, the other buck would win because this isn't a balanced mark. And then also, like I was saying with him on his back, see how he has that white in the black and it's kind of messy? We don't like seeing that. We like if you look at his mom has a clean marking. I'm talking black, white, separated perfection. And like I said, see how he's real flat. He's not there. And again, it could be, I think I like that black buck better. He's just, and again, he might just not be cooperating, but even, he's so flat. I can't in good conscience keep this one in my program. Let me show you that black buck again, because I honestly think that black buck is gonna be way better. No, watch, I'm gonna grab that doe. Because that's just not look. Too many black animals in the chunker. Let me make sure you're not the doe. Let's make sure you're not the doe. Oop. I am keeping the black doe. She is the best grower out of the bunch. I really don't know about type. I was kind of focusing on my Rex more for size right now because they're a little small. Like this one has a little white mark on her tail. Yeah, this is my doe. Oopsie. I'll show you the doe. So this is the doe I held back. She's the largest out of the litter. She is a chunk compared to the others. And I haven't actually looked at her type yet. She's a little feisty. Let's see here. Are you a tube sock? You're kind of a tube sock, yeah. You're a tube sock. Why do you have to be a tube sock? That buck, that black buck, is better, but her fur density is great, though. She's a very nice full coat. I'm actually very pleased with that. But the pose is just not there. Scoot your butt. Letter, number, and individual. Yeah, so the tattoo is always DM, which is DMN rabbitry. Then I'll put the first letter of the, or at least with my my current ones, I'll put the first letter of their name, the year they were born, a 1 for a boy, a 2 for a girl. So I can just kind of figure out, so for instance, if I have a bunch of black rabbits and I need to figure out which one is Eduardo or Wiley, I'll look for the E or the W. So it just helps me differentiate. Actually, that's not too bad if you pose correctly. You're still a little flat. I'd like a little more on the top line, but you're chunky, like a little ball. I'm doing the compact thing again, aren't I? Oops. Not horrible. Still like that buck better. So if we're looking at her, are you tucked or not too bad? Her high point's a little forward, I think. Again, these are babies, so it's kind of hard to tell for posing. Like I said, this is the doe I am keeping. Like, no questions asked. This doe is staying in my program. Because she was the largest, of the does at least. Yeah. 3.75. Not as big as her brother, but I'm gonna breed her back to Alpha, which is her dad, and then her brother I'm going to rebreed, and he's going to be rebred to his mother, and then to 2. So I need to get a separate bloodline working outside of Alpha, because right now I only have 1 Rex buck. And my 2 sires, they'll be related as in father and son, but at least if something does happen to Alpha, I do have a backup. But I do like the balance of her face. I like how balanced these kits are. Like, they have very sweet, very nice faces. They're very good looking. Their fur density is great. They're so small. Did I miss the tattooing? You missed a few. But I do need a tattoo more. I got distracted because I'm trying to figure out who I want to keep. And then these guys don't have names. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, what am I naming it? So like this doe definitely, so right now she's the black doe. What are we going to call you? Your mom is 1. Your dad is Alpha. In theory, I should call her 3. Alright, you're 3. Alright. Alright, so your name is 3. Congratulations. Welcome to the family. D, M, and then we'll just put the number 3. You are born of the year 22. Good to know. And you are a doe, so it's 2. So 3's, congratulations, you have been named. 3's tattoo is going to be DM322. I'm wearing my blanket. Stay right there, don't move. Don't move. Your blanket. Thank you. Oh, you're stealing the shell. Oh no. Call her Trace. I'm telling. The only problem is once I get past like 14, I think I'm saying that right, and my husband's probably listening to me and is like, oh my god, ouch, don't nip me. My husband's probably listening and going, oh my god, why is she pronouncing it like that? The other day I was practicing my Duolingo in the shower, and I said, I was trying to ask for a table and order a sandwich in Spanish on my Duolingo. And my Duolingo was yelling at me for my accent because I have a very horrible accent. Like, bad. My husband makes fun of me for it a lot. And, yeah, it was not fun. Alright, so. This is the baby. Alright, so this is the game of Does It Swaddle? And, of course, it does swaddle as long as you try hard enough to tuck it in. And I am going to get the numbing spray. We are going to numb the baby's ears. All right. That one? All right, thank you so much. Where did mine? We're going to need a second. I should have. Have you ever used a coat sleeve to hold them? No, but actually that's a really good idea, and I've never thought of that, and I need to now try that. I've just always used a towel because I'm cheap. And that's all it is to it, because I could get one of those, they're really fancy. They're like little Velcros that you set the rabbit in and you swaddle them that way with like Velcro. And, thank you, baby. And, they're really cool, don't get me wrong, but they're like 20, 30 bucks. And instead of spending 20, 30 bucks on that, I would rather just use a towel and get like an extra bag of feed. So. I know, I'm trying to get that to dry faster. Oh, I have one right here. Thanks, baby.
And wait, I'm just making this stuff.
Okay, just don't knock over my ink, please, baby. Let's see. I need to order more needles, and I need to order another pen because my pen is bad. I want to see it if you try it. Yes, I will have to give you all the credit for that idea because that's actually a pretty brilliant idea.
Bye.
I don't have a coat sleeve that I'm willing to ruin currently, so I'm going to have to go through my closet downstairs to see if I have a sweater I haven't worn in a while to destroy. All right.
Hi, baby. This is the baby. I give you 5.
Thanks, Belba.
Okay. Just kidding.
All right. D. M. 3, 2, 1.
You're a fast rider.
Yeah, I'm a fast rider, but it comes with years of practice. Mommy is old.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not? How old am I? My helper is back. I'm 6? Legit. I'd like to be 6 again. 6-year-olds get naps. All right. Oh, you're counting? I thought she was saying I was 6. All right. Let's see if we're numbed up yet. Sometimes it takes a little longer for some rabbits than others. That's not too bad.
You got 10.
We did not like that spot. That spot is tender. Let's try a different spot. There we go. On to the M.
M.
3. Also known as tres. Apparently, we are going to name you that. Even though I don't want to speak. Okay, I know, mamas. My needle's starting to get dull. I should probably switch it out soon. 3. And 2. Oh. Alright.
Don't forget about 4.
4?
Yep.
Yeah? Why should I not forget about 4? Okay. Round 1. Bonito. Alright, let's take a look to see how bad it is. And since this is one of the smaller rabbits, I'll show you what a first round looks like. Because earlier I wasn't doing first round viewings because the rabbits were big and feisty. Especially Raven. Y'all are gonna laugh at how bad the first pass is. Like, it's basically first pass.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm cleaning out the extra ink in the ear so that I can see how bad the lettering is. So when I go over it a second time, I can see where I need to fix it up. Alright, so,
See?
you wanna see? See how, like, faded that is and how bad that is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I gotta go over it again.
Mm.
Alright, so, y'all don't make too much fun of me, but I'll show you what a first pass looks like. And again, this is just kind of set up the
Which one
tattoo.
do you need?
So if you look on the ear, it barely is legible, and it just starts to show where you need to write to get darker lines. So it's like a guide.
Which one do you need?
Well, first I'm going to dip it in that one, and then I'm going to dip it in that one. Do not pick it up, you will stain your fingers. I've learned that from years of experience of staining myself. Alright, so we're going to go over it again. I need to get more ink too. Y'all, if the ARBA does not approve purple colored ink at some point in my life, I'm going to cry. I need purple ink that, like, that'd be cool, right? Like if they allowed purple ink instead of like just black and blue. I've heard talk of red, but it's not a thing yet, I don't think. But,
I see red.
well, that's black, baby.
I see it red to me.
Alright.
For a little bit.
Another thing about a second pass is that the ear is more numb, so there is more cooperation to get darker lines.
There you go. Just that right there. Just take it and take it. There we go.
And you want to put your finger behind the ear so you kind of have like a solid place to go up against. Just to get it right. Alright, second pass, let's see how we did. And it's one of those things where sometimes you can do it in one pass. Like I've had some tattoos where they've surprisingly come out very well on a first pass, and it's like, oh, look at me, I might actually be good at this. And then I humble myself 2 seconds later when I do a different rabbit and it's trash. It's good to humble yourself sometimes. And by humble yourself, I mean sometimes you just suck at things and you have to do it anyway, and then here you are. Alright. That 2 and that 3 does not like me. I don't even want to show y'all because it came out gross. It's not that bad, but it's bad. So I'm going to do a third round. And this one is younger than the others, so the cartilage is soft. So if you look, it's actually legible. It's kind of hard to see in the light, but it's actually legible now and is actually pretty easy to see when you're right up on it. I do want to darken that 3 and 2. Oops, I need to turn that 1 on the end and do it 2. You're a doe, not a buck. We need to play Does It Swaddle again. Okay. Come here, baby.
It's playing Do It Swaddle. What is that?
What, does it swaddle?
Mm-hmm.
It's the game Mommy plays with all the bunnies when she's tattooing yours. So you put the rabbit in, you tuck the banky under the chin, come up like this,
Up.
and then you go over like this. Alright, and then you take your tails, and you tuck it under like so. That way the bunny can't move very well. That way they don't run off while you're tattooing. Alright, let's try this again.
Your teeth are right there.
Yep, thank you.
I give you 5.
I think this is the worst tattoo I've done all night. Includes the first one.
How many have you done so far?
5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Just getting rusty. And the thing is, with how young she is, I'm going to have to redo these here in the next few months anyway, because some of the ink won't stay in the cartilage. But since I have so many black bunnies, I need to at least get some kind of identification on these guys. That'll do, that'll do. Oh, I have a pile. Thank you, Sydney, for my pile.
Okay. So I'll give you 5 on each one when you don't have it.
And then,
They'll give you 5 again, and then again, and then again. It's like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
I'm gonna see if that one fades a little.
I was telling you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna see if that one fades a little bit, but I am going to fix that, and I'll make a note of that in my records that I screwed that up royally, because my brain went 3, 2, 1 and not 3, 2, 2, which is fine. It happens. Okay. Yes, Baba.
I wrote your first tattoo. Was that your first tattoo?
Yes, that is my first tattoo. All right. So,
No problem.
thank you, Baba. So, here's a third pass.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, there we go. And you can actually see it a little better. It's a lot more clear. And as long as it's legible for a judge to see, it'll be fine. And like I said, here in a little bit, we'll redo it. Oh no! The comment disappeared. I'm so sorry. I'm blind and I can't see from this far away. Alright.
They can see you.
Yeah, they can see me, but sometimes I'm blind. And then, alright, so I'm going to show you guys this buck one more time, because, like, I'm kind of digging him. And I don't know if I have any of my breeder friends on right now that can, like, dash my hopes and dreams, but I do need an opinion on his high point, if he looks like a tube sock or not. I can't take him to a show yet because he's still not large enough for a junior class. What is the 2-1 again? So 2 is the last date of which they were born. So like this year is 22. So that 2 represents the year, and then a 1 is normally a boy, a 2 is a girl, unless you're dumb like me and your brain goes, ah yes, 3, 2, 1. So I have it. It's my rabbitry ID. So D and M. Rabbitry, so DM, the first letter of the name, or in this case it was just a 3, and then the year 2, and then male, female 2, 1. So let's see.
I'm trying to get off this zit or bubble all day.
Don't scratch your skin.
I'm trying to get off a zit or a bubble.
Don't scratch your skin.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, easy. All right, so this is the buck I'm looking at keeping. That little broken buck. Oh, why does your butt look like that now? There we go. Like I said, they're babies. They don't know how to pose. I need him to put on a little more weight. Here in about 2 months, I think I'm going to take him to show. But I need somebody to dash my hopes and dreams if he's not, like, he's not horrible, right? Like, I'm bad at commercial types. And again, he's a baby. Do you ever plan to add more colors to your silver fox herd? I have blues right now. I have blues and blacks because blues are the next one that are supposed to hit the show table and be approved by the ARBA. I'd love to get my hands on a chocolate, but I can't find a chocolate breeder in our area. And where I got my silver foxes, it's a 6-hour drive. And I love that rabbitry. They're amazing. That's also where I got my champagnes from. But they also just have blues and blacks. And the other silver fox rabbitry that's down in the springs, they had a baby that was like this size, right? And they were saying how they had tried breeding her already 2 months in a row. And again, she looked maybe 3 pounds. And that, I won't be getting anything from that breeder. So I would love to get chocolates. I would love to get lilacs. But again, there is the question posed of how much room do I actually have in my rabbitry? And the answer is not much. He's not too bad of, like, honestly, I don't know how to feel about this buck. And if my breeder friends were on, I feel like they would dash my hopes and dreams about how bad he is. But is he bad, or am I just like, because he's not horrible. But again, he's only, what are you, 9 weeks old? I say, okay, Rex. I'm thinking, am I just going compact in my brain? Like, is he a good commercial type? Because, like, okay, so here's Rex and Mini Rex right next to each other. Like, there's a Mini Rex, and there's a Rex, right? It's hard to see in that book. I don't know why I showed it like that. But, like, Rex, you want them to have a bit of a shoulder. Mini Rex, you don't want them to have any shoulder. And I think he looks like he has a shoulder. But oh, by the way, his name is Bravo. Bravo, meet everyone. Everyone, Bravo, everyone. Since we're going with the naming of everything, so this is Bravo. He's kind of a tube sock right now. It's a roly little tube. I had a friend who they would pose their Himalayans by rolling them. Oh, people are crazy. Bravo says hello. He's a good boy. I wish he would put on a little more weight a little faster. Like I said, my Rexes are very slow to grow compared to my Californians. No, he's not coming towards your food. He's just checking things out. Yeah, right, Bravo. Like I said, he's cute. I like him way better than the broken buck. But then again, I have a soft spot for black rabbits because I think they look like little bear cubs. And I love how soft he is. But his sister has a better coat type, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he has a decent one. He's a decent Rex fur. But his sister is much better. Rex are the only pedigreed rabbits in my area. Seriously? You only have Rex in your area? Where do you live? That kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, just from a standpoint of, like, I have a bunch of breeds and I'm kind of, like, obsessed with them. I will say, like, my champagnes, I'm working on their pedigrees right now, but upstate New York. That's where my champagnes are initially from. That's where who I got my champagnes off of, he drove all the way to New York from Colorado to get his champagnes, like his first initial breeding stock. So, and Bell and Moose aren't pedigreed. I'm working on that. Here in the next year and a half, their babies and grandbabies and great-grandbabies will be pedigreed. But until then, they aren't. And that's insane, right? I thought a 6-hour drive to get my champagnes was bad. He did multiple days worth of driving, and that's cool and everything. Aww, are you like your daddy? Are you just a chill boy? Like, that's insane. Now, granted, my folks live in Ohio, so if I needed to, I could set up base there, and I could stay there for a day and then continue my journey. But, like, that's a long drive.
But then again, I also know breeders from Maine and New York that have driven all the way to California for rabbits. It's crazy. Like, some people are really serious in this, and like, I'm pretty serious to be honest, but I'm not like willing to travel that far. I might just get myself a transportation service. There's a Champagne breeder near me, but they aren't pedigreed either. To be honest, and maybe I'm just out of line in thinking this, I do not understand how you could breed something for a long time and not get your rabbits pedigreed. Like, my mini Rex, which I have had, they're my first breed, everything is pedigreed. Everything. Like, fully pedigreed. Like, because it's just easy note keeping, and especially with my app, it's really easy to keep track of. And it makes me wonder how well they are like line breeding and everything. Like, do they have their own notes and they just aren't willing to share it? Or like, I don't understand it. Like, pedigrees are like super important. And what if you go to a show and you get a grand champion and now you can't register it with the ARBA because you don't have a fully filled out pedigree? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being like a certain kind of way, but even like when I do meat mutts, which isn't very often, we've only had a couple litters just to kind of test out the waters with bucks we know will breed with difficult does. But even with our meat mutts, we've pedigreed them from a standpoint of we know who mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa is. Sydney.
This definitely needs to go in the microwave.
Go put it in the microwave then. But yeah.
I do not know how to work the microwave.
Here, I'll show you in a second. I'm almost done here, Bubba. But yeah, Mr. Bravo is going to be a keeper. I need to set up my buck pins again, because technically, I'm trying to get my hands on some pedigreed New Zealands and Californians. I've been keeping track of all of my litters too. If you were closer, I'd get you a bunch of Californians. I raised those. Those are fun. New Zealands, I don't know any New Zealand breeders. I do know of a couple of Californian breeders in Ohio, but they've cut down their rabbitry numbers insanely low, like to the point where I want some Californians from them, and they're like, oh, we only have like 1 litter a month, and it's like, that's not nice. Like, when I was growing up, you had hundreds of rabbits. Where did they all go? Why did you stop, or almost stop? But no, it is, and it's weird because I will start searching for rabbits in our area. And some of the things like, we have a lot of like backyard breeders here that like to breed and mix some very odd mixes. And then they want to charge $200-300 for it. Like, we have a breeder that's mixing lion heads with all kinds of things right now. And they are $200-300. We have a continental breeder that's selling basic stock. The lowest they're going is $250 up to $500 per rabbit. And it's like, no thanks. So, like I said, to find good breeding stock, I've traveled 6 hours. I just sold 3 rabbits in the Springs today to somebody. They drove 3 hours to come get my rabbits because they couldn't find 4-H stock in their area that was pedigreed. Get back here, Bravo. So, people are willing to drive for pedigreed, well-bred rabbits, but it's sad that they have to. I looked at the ARBA and the breeders in my state list fell off the face of the earth. We have a ton of continental crosses and Flemish crosses. I never understood the, people argue with me all the time, like, mixed breed vigor and giants are great. Yeah, I know, baby. Like, they're like, oh yeah, giants are great meat rabbits, and the bone to meat ratio is, like, I've never had good luck with, like, giants. But I'd never understand, like, if you're going to make the room to have rabbits, right? Like, you're limiting yourself by doing meat mutts compared to if you have pure pedigreed stock to be able to sell off the back end if you did want to make up for feed costs. So, I don't know, it's a soapbox I get on constantly. Bravo, stop it. Stop it, Mr. Bravo. Stop it, Mr. Bravo, you scratchies. We're gonna get you, ouch, don't bite me, you little heathen monster. We're gonna get him nice and quiet like his dad. His dad is alpha, and my little broken chin Rex buck. He is like super sweet. There's a red satin available near me. She's gorgeous but not pedigreed, and I really want to do shows. You can do shows without a pedigree. You don't need a pedigree to go to shows. You need a pedigree to register them with the ARBA. Like, my champagnes aren't pedigreed, and I go to shows with them. Like, as long as they fit the standard of perfection, you're good. So if you want a show without a pedigree, go for it. It's just, you can't register it. And, I mean, I always have pedigrees on hand, just in case somebody, like, asks me about them. Yeah, like, it's really nice. As long as they fit the breed standard of perfection, you can take them. It's just one of those things where it's definitely nice to have them pedigreed for a multitude of reasons. But yeah, go to a show. Like, they're super fun to go to. Go take your rabbits. You just have to make sure, the only thing that you need is to make sure that their ear is tattooed. That is a mandatory thing. So, hello, Mr. Bravo. I am so excited this year for fair, y'all. I have a bunch of 4-H kids. Do you need pedigrees to earn legs? You can earn legs without pedigrees. The problem is you cannot register a grand champion without a pedigree. I want to get into it with my stepdaughter. The kids, I would say, do it. It's so much fun. Like, my 5-year-old has her own line. She does broken black mini Rex. She has strawberry and penguin, and they should be having babies. And she'll pick out her next grand champion out of that litter, with a little help, of course, because she's 5. But no, it's like super worth it. Like I said, you can show, you can earn legs, you can do all that stuff. You just can't register it. To be honest, the amount of shows I've been to, no one has ever asked me for a pedigree. Good night, great live night, thanks. Thank you, Barb's Country Home, for stopping by and saying hi and hanging out with me. I need to stop talking and chattering, but I do enjoy talking about bunnies, and I'm kind of enjoying Mr. Bravo here, because I haven't been able to play with him much. But he's a cool little rabbit, I like him. He has his little ears. He has these little ears. Whoop, 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 whoop. I should finish tattooing, but to be honest, my eyes are tired, so I'll probably finish the babies some other day, because I got all of my show rabbits tattooed. That's all I need to do, is show rabbits. But, yeah. I do need to get going to bed here. But yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me while I tattoo and while we fed the babies. He's a cute, yes, Bravo is such a cutie. He's cute, I love him. But, you know, thanks for hanging out with me and, like, watching me tattoo and chatting with me. You know, it's like having friends around and you're talking to them. So, again, thank you so much. I am going to get these guys back into the barn and, you know, all of that. And, thank you, you know, thank you for watching. I love sharing about bunnies and talking about bunnies. My entire channel is mostly just me talking about bunnies, and I'm sure somebody somewhere is like, Madison, stop talking about bunnies. I know my husband does that constantly. He's like, my husband's like, I swear the only thing going on in your brain is bunnies. And it's like, is there anything else that I need to go on in my brain? Bunnies are life. Bunnies are my personality trait. No, not really, but, I do like talking about bunnies, and it is a really cool hobby. So, thank y'all for watching. I am going to awkwardly press the X button to get out of here, but thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.